Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The point is, who is inspiring us to get involved in the world? Is it the virus of desire, or is it the light of wisdom? Many people are unable to understand this basic point. We have this wrong notion. Like one young boy asked me this question in one college. He said, you people tell, do your duty, karmanye madhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Don't worry about the results. Don't expect anything. I said, this is not the meaning. See? And his argument was, unless you desire, nobody will work in this world. See? So, this is a conviction in our mind that only desire is the only force which propels us into activity. So I told him, let us analyze the data and come to a scientific conclusion. Then I told him, we are all functioning under the influence and compulsion of desire. I want this, I want that. We are doing it. Clear? Yes. Now see what we have achieved in our whole life. That data also we have. And you see the great masters in this world. They have worked in this world without any desire. And see how much more they have worked. See friends, when we function under the influence of the desire, we become slaves. Such persons, such people, they do a lot of things and yet they are not at peace with themselves. And constant expectation. Desire doesn't mean only achieving the things, but also expectation. I have done so much for my children, but now my children don't care for me. See friends, therefore we have to have a clear understanding. Do we mean by success in life, we have fulfilled our desires? Or do we mean that our life has fulfilled? Between the two, which is the real success? See friends, those who have been working hard, fulfilling their desires, now see, toward the end of their life, constantly frustrated, demanding, expectation. Hey, don't put it now, put it the other way. They will not listen me. Sorry, sir. So, it is necessary that we must have some higher goal in life. Normally we tell our children, become a doctor, become an engineer, become a business person. That is not the real life. We have to have some higher goal in life. See? Like environmental cleanliness. See? Like helping the uneducated mass. Putting all our efforts for the education of the society. Serving the elderly people who are rejected by the society. Taking care of the most unfortunate one. If that is the goal, then it is not a desire, it is inspiration. Inspired person is different than a person coming under the influence of the desire. And therefore, Bhagavan Shankaracharya very clearly told, you may do anything, but this virus of desire will not leave you. Therefore, here the teacher is very clearly telling, ultimately, Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vratapari Palanam Athavadhanam Jnana Vihina Sarvamatena Bhajatina Muktim Janmashatena. Freedom from desire is the real freedom. See, friends. And this can happen only with proper understanding. And when we are told, karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, if we understand it properly, it will change our whole life's quality. See, normally what we understand, I do something, I will get that thing, then I will be happy. So what we are doing unknowingly, we are postponing our happiness in the future period of time. If I do this, then after the required gestation period for that karma, the result will come. And after that result, if it comes according to my definition, my choice, then I will be happy. And it is not necessary. Then I will get the karma according to my choice. So two things. Number one, we are postponing our own happiness in the future period of time. And when we thus postpone our own happiness in the future period of time, even God cannot make us happy. So, when it is said, do your job, do your karma, don't expect anything, what does it mean? It means, do not do anything for seeking happiness. Do whatever you are supposed to do to express happiness. The whole quality of life will change. See, my friends, therefore, this desire are only a burden that we carry. I want this, I want that. There is no end to it. Instead of that, let us be inspired by some higher goal in the life. And then you will see the desires will no more trouble. Like, example I'll tell you. I move around the world so many places. My practice, spiritual practice is take food in 365 multiplied by 3 houses per year. Now what goes in, even God doesn't know. See? And if I keep on only worrying about, I don't know, I'm going to Brazil, and there I don't have any Indian person, I'm staying with the Brazilians. Now what kind of food they will give me, whether I'll get good food or not, then I cannot go out of my house. See, survival by taking food is the goal. Not a particular type of food I want, no. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Shariram kevalam karma kurvan napnoti kilvisham. When you are hungry, eat something, that is not a desire. See, when you are unhealthy, take medicine, it is not a desire. It is happening in nature, it is happening naturally. But when there is hunger, I want a particular type of food, otherwise I will not eat, that is a desire. Therefore, unless we correct our thinking and understanding, we will be only struggling. So what is the understanding? The teacher says, Suramandira taru moola nivasaha, Shayya bhutalam ajinam vasaha, Sarva parigraha bhogatyagaha, Kasya sukham na karoti viragaha, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. See? Only analyze your own experiences and learn from them. This is the spiritual practice. I am not telling you to get up early morning and do yoga. I am not telling you go and give charity. I am not telling you go and help a poor. No, a simple thing. Learn from your own experiences of life. Those who learn from the experiences of their own life, they grow wise with every additional experience. And as a result, such a person does not deposit any impressions on the mind. See, for example, very simple things. In our childhood, sometime or the other, we have touched the fire and we got burnt. Therefore, we have learned fire burns. And therefore, for the fire, we don't have likes or dislikes. On the contrary, with that knowledge, we deal with the fire in such a manner that the same burning ability of the fire is encashed to our benefit, is it not? Apply the same principle. Who are we when we are in deep sleep? Man, woman, young, old, rich, poor, husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister, we are nobody. And because we are nobody, there is no world. Because there is nobody, no world, no thoughts, no worries, no miseries, all happiness. And that is why everybody wants to sleep. If somebody doesn't get sleep, then we go to the doctor. What we were missing? We were missing the nobody status. So this is our experience. When we are nobody, when we have nothing, when we have no relations, that time we are happy. Now this experience. Now apply this experience in day-to-day life. How many things we have collected in our life? There are many things in our own houses and life which we have not touched for last 60 years. But if you ask, that why don't you give it away? No, kabhi kaam aayega. When? See friends, the real spiritual practice begins when we learn the art of emptying. Empty. In the external world, we collect so many things. This habit of collecting the things in the outer world doesn't remain outside. This habit goes inside. And inside we start collecting memories. And as a result, we forget to live in the present. All the time, when we were children, when we were youngsters, when I was going in college, when I was doing business. Because we have not emptied ourselves. See, there was one person, he very educated, well studied, he went to a master. And he said, "Sir, tell me the truth." So the master immediately understood what is this person. So he said, "Anyway, you have come all the way, please sit down, we'll have a cup of tea." And he got the cup of tea, a kettle with tea, and kept the cup and the saucer and started pouring. He poured to such an extent, the cup was half filled, 3/4 full, it was overflowing, and yet the great master is still pouring the tea, and it started coming all over. So that man said, "Sir, you are trying to fill in the filled cup. It's already full. Then what should I do? First empty the cup and then fill it." He said, "Exactly this is what I want to tell you. You have got so much of garbage in your head. Empty that." When we don't understand this principle of emptiness, one day, I don't know if I told you, I went to somebody's house and the wife was cooking and husband was standing next to her and was complaining, "See, this iPhone I bought only 2 months before, 3 months before, and it is hanging. These people take money and they are really cheating us." So the wife said, "You only know complaining. You don't know even how to handle the phone. Ask Swamiji, he will tell you." Now look here. We are fit for everything like a master key. Then I told him, I said, "Look here, I don't know, but let us try. Go to settings." He went setting. Scroll down, there is one option. Reset factory settings. Click that, he clicked that. Then there is another option. All the data will be erased. You say yes or no, you say yes. He did yes. All the data was cleaned. And thereafter, I said, "Now restart." And he started functioning perfectly well. He asked me, "What happened?" I said, "We have downloaded so many unwanted apps which we never use. and which our device cannot handle. Exactly the same way. We have downloaded so much of garbage in our head which our mind cannot handle. And the net result is depression, frustration, all the time looking into the zero. See, friends, learn the art of emptying, not filling. This is what Bhagwan Shankaracharya says, Sarva Parigraha Bhoga Tyagaha. How many things we are collecting again and again, and there is no end to it. See? Lesser the things you have, happier you are. See, if you are to travel, and if you have got huge suitcases, what a trouble it is. If you have got only the carry-on luggage, you go around the world without any problem. This is the secret of spiritual life. And when we take this principle, we have to implement this principle by one rule. The rule is, we have to draw a line. Thus far, not further. See, I have a fortune of moving in so many houses, and in US, you all know yourself, you have got the walk-in wardrobes. And in those walk-in wardrobes, there are hundreds and thousands of clothes hanging pathetically. Kindly try me. No, not now. Once we get in, like a chakravyuha, we can't come out what to put on. More the choice you give yourself, lesser happier you are. Don't give yourself any choice. You'll be happiest. See, friends, Sarva Parigraha Bhoga Tyagaha. And see, are we not doing this? When we go to sleep, what we do? We just discard everything. Everything includes I. Till such time I is there, the sleep doesn't begin. What is the last mantra that we do? I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. Till such I is there, sleep doesn't begin. And when this I is dropped, even in the satsanga, we go to sleep. That is the reason I like the people who sleep in satsang. Because they have achieved everything. Others are still struggling to realize God and suffer simultaneously. So, kasya sukham na karoti viragaha. How can you not be happy if you follow this principle of emptying yourself? Now, such a person, yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavihinaha, yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati 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 eva. So, we don't have to reject anything and go to the forest. I received one WhatsApp cartoon, very beautiful. Haridwar Municipal Corporation has put a board. Kindly treat your husbands lovingly. There are too many sannyasis piling up in Haridwar. When the people are miserable because of the wife, they become Babaji. Friends, yoga ratova, bhoga ratova means what? Wherever you are, a simple principle, wherever you are, insist you are happy. That's it. God is only this much. Being happy is God realization. Becoming happy is a samsara. See, man is, husband becomes. Man is happy, husband becomes miserable. See the simple things. Therefore, yasya brahmani ramate chittam. So when we insist, start your day, today is my best day of life. Don't have to do anything further. But we begin our day, oh God, pain here. See, when you complain to somebody, first time that person will listen. Second time, listen. Third time, he will avoid. See, we don't have to distribute our miseries to the world. Everybody is self-sufficient as regards miseries are concerned. And we don't have to make anybody happy. Everybody has the right to be miserable. So, you be happy. Be attentive. A happy person is a creative force. He is not a destructive one. Can you imagine? Just imagine this way. I tell my girlfriend, I don't have one by God's grace. I tell my girlfriend and tell her that, honey, darling, today I am so happy. I tell you, I just want to cut you into small pieces. Will it ever happen? A happy person can never be destructive. See? So instead of seeking happiness, express happiness. See? That is what is called a spiritual practice. Otherwise, all the time, pain here, pain there, pain everywhere. In one house I went in Delhi, old lady. I met her and she started telling her things. And then a question, Swamiji, why do I get pain in my knees? I said, Mama, I'll answer. First you answer my questions. And don't argue. I don't like arguments. Okay. Why God has given us eyes? Swamiji, do you think I am a baby? I said, see, you are arguing. Simply answer my question. Why God has given us eyes? To see? Very good. Why God has given us ears? To hear? Very good. In the same manner, knees are given to pain. When there is a pain, it is a sign that we are still alive. See, friend, be attentive further. When there is a pain, is the pain given to us to torture us or to remind us, hey, take care, something is wrong? So take care. But instead of that, we carry the burden of pain and distribute luxuriously to everybody. Whosoever comes, pour out our pain. See, friends, yasya brahmani ramate chittam. Every experience of our life, if it is expressing happiness, we are one with God. God realization is not that we become abnormal. Two horns start coming out from here. What happened? Realization. Nothing happens. All happening ends. And being is established. We don't have to become divine. We have to discover the divinity that we are. See, this is a very strong, simple principle our scriptures tell. Whether you want or you don't want, whether you know or you don't know, you are divine. See? It is something, somebody comes and tells me, whether you are miserable as a son, miserable as a husband, miserable as a father, so I am told, whether you want or you don't want, whether you know or you don't know, you are man first. And then you are all other things. In the same manner, we are divine first. So out of one man, how these three things have come out? The son, the husband and the father, because of the conditioning. In the same manner, one Paramatma with the conditioning of the Panchakoshas is called as a person. So in and through every bulb, it is the same electricity. In the same manner, in and through every person, there is the same divine expressing. Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam. In this manner, when we insist being happy, then alone our life is spiritual. Now for that, what should be the lifestyle? Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dhita Ganga Jalalava Kadika Pita Sakrutapiyena Murari Samarcha Kriyate Tasya Yamena Na Charcha Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam. These are the arrow marks, what we have to do. First of all, Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dhita. If I have to use this Apple phone to its full capacity, you all will agree with me, we all have the smartphones, latest one, costing $1,000. There are so many functions this phone can entertain. You tell me, how many functions we are using out of them, except receiving free phone calls? So many functions are there. So we spend thousands of rupees or dollars and don't use it fully. Is it not a foolishness? Now second thing, if I have to use it fully, what I have to do? I have to study the manual sent along with this phone. But if I have got an iPhone and I have got a manual Samsung, can it work? It cannot. The one who manufactured the phone, his manual alone is authentic. In the same manner, we are the manufactured hardwares along with the softwares. Now, how to use this phone effectively, fully, is told to us by the study of Bhagavad Gita. Life is not only fulfilling desires. Life is much more than that. See? And this will be told to us only by study and listening to the scriptures. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is not addressed to any person in the world, geographical, political, religious. No. It is for everyone, whosoever is human being. Like physics, it is not addressed only to the Britishers because Newton discovered something. It is universal. Exactly here also. Study Bhagavad Gita with this open mind. Then we come to discover all the problems of our life are centered in misunderstanding. Identity crisis. Whenever we are disturbed and miserable, there is only one cause, and that disease is called as identity crisis. So, whenever you are disturbed, find out who is disturbed. Then you will see at the root of every disturbance, there is somebody sitting. And when this somebody disappears temporarily, as in deep sleep, no disturbance, all peace. Then find out, is this somebody real or nobody real? You'll slowly start discovering from within that mind cannot survive when it is in utter present. Like we take food for our survival. Mind's food is past memories and future worries. You drop these two things. Mind will dissolve in the consciousness like an ice cube dissolves in the waters. Because mind and consciousness are one. Consciousness with the time factor is mind. Mind minus time factor is consciousness. Wherever there is a movement, there is samsara. When there is no movement, no samsara. During our day experience, morning, one event, breakfast second event, go to work third event, traffic jam fourth event, then come back fifth event. One after another, mind is functioning. In deep sleep, enter sleep, one event. Thereafter, no event. No mind. These small little things are told in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita kinchita dhita. Study every day. One technique I'll tell you, and I promise you will not do it. But I tell. Every day chant one chapter, not the same chapter. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Slowly you will fall in love with the chanting. Thereafter, take from first chapter onward, read any commentary on the first verse of Gita, read properly, understand. Thereafter, close that book, write with your own hand in original thing and whatever you have understood. Like that, do it regularly. One day, one verse, not the second verse. By the end of 700 days, you will have your own commentary on Bhagavad Gita. But don't publish for God's sake. You will come to know it is all rubbish. But even then, at least you are now initiated into study methodically, systematically. For us, spirituality means what? There was in 1893, one doctor in USA only told Swami Vivekananda, "Hey, Mr. Swami, I am highly impressed by your knowledge. Can you give me that knowledge?" Then he said, "I am a doctor and I am very busy. My 1 hour costs about $10,000. So tell me quickly, I don't have much time." Vivekananda said, "Look here, we have already wasted 5 minutes, so only 55 minutes are remaining. And in America, there is nothing like free dinner. So you give me your knowledge by which I can earn $10,000 an hour, and then I give you my knowledge which will give you eternal bliss. So 27 and a half minutes for me, 27 and a half minutes for you." The doctor said, "Come on, even to get the basic degree, I required 27 and a half years. Then I required another 27 and a half years killing people to become expert in not killing. And you want that knowledge just like that." So when it comes to the worldly knowledge, we understand it takes time. It requires qualification. But when it comes to the spiritual knowledge, what we feel, when we are unfit for everything, we are fit for spirituality. In one house I went, they had a son, huge one, 6 plus 4 plus, and we are taking a lunch. So I told him, "Hey, come on, join. You take. I am not taking." I said, "Okay, don't take." So his mother felt very bad. "Swamiji, he is such a arrogant rogue in our house. He doesn't study, he doesn't work. He bullies me and my husband, and we are fed up of this son. We don't know what to do with him. Why don't you take him to your ashram?" So I told her, my mother also sent me to the ashram because I was good for nothing. We have this funny notion that when we are unfit for everything, we are fit for spirituality. See, friends, therefore, to get this fitness back, Bhagavad Gita, Kinchita Dhita, Ganga Jala Lava Kanika Pita, and then not only arrogance and logic, but understanding and love. Be attentive. Vedantic knowledge is meant for applying on oneself. And when we are dealing with the world, it is the philosophy of devotion and love. But normally what do Vedantis do? Vedanta they apply on others and love on themselves. I'll give you an example. One person in Bombay, he had heart attack and he survived. So when I went to see him, just to make the things light, I said, "Hey, young man," he was old. "Hey, young man, congratulations." He was surprised. "What congratulations?" I said, "You have heart, therefore you had heart attack. Those who don't have heart, how can they have heart attack?" So he felt very bad. I mean, no. I said, "All right." Then he came to meet me after 2 months. Those days I was having migraine headache, half headache. I was tossing on the bed. He came to see me. I said, "Look here, I am having terrible pain, migraine. Therefore, come after 2 hours when the attack goes." He said, "No, I will not go." I said, "Come on, I am suffering." He said, "Swamiji, congratulations. You have head, therefore you are having headache." Then I told him, "You are making fun of my headache?" He said, "Do you remember what did you say to me? When you came to see me, I said, 'Look here, heart was yours, head is mine.'" We apply Vedanta on others. But when it comes to ourselves, we try to be goody-goody, loving. No. What a difference it makes. Then, Sakritapi yena murari samarcha. We have to be grateful to the divine will. All that happens in our life is required by us. See, friends, all the vegetation that grows, they have no choice. They are placed in the right place. Exactly. Every event, every experience that is given to us by the Lord, it is necessary for our evolution. See, nothing is given to us unwanted. Like when we go to the hospital. Once I was having some stomach problem, I was admitted in the hospital. They have put the tube, cleaned everything and started giving me barley water and some boiled soup without any taste or anything. The next patient, he was given very good food. He was fed up of taking that good food and I was fed up of taking this rubbish food. One day he said, "I am not going to eat today, I am fed up." Then I said, "Look here, don't waste food. I will eat that." And I ate it. And all the norms were destroyed. Became serious. Doctors came rushing everything and the doctor started scolding the nurses. "Who has given him this thing, that thing?" I said, "Look here, doctor, don't scold anybody. I have eaten myself because you are giving good food to him. Because I am a Swami, I am poor, you are giving me the rubbish food." So the doctor said, "My dear Swami, I thought you understand. You are having a stomach problem. Your disease is Kalina or Malina, something like that." I said, "At least the name is very good. Like a Lavina. So, Malina. And therefore we gave you this thing." That fellow, he only has a leg break, only fracture. He's all right. But we become smart. We try to compare. Friends, like doctors have no preference for any patient. He does what is needed exactly the same way. For our evolution, every experience is tailor-made for us. Sakritapi yena murari samarcha kriyate tasya yamena na charcha. Such a person will be free from the fear of death. And if we don't do this thing, then keep on crying. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam, iha samsare khalu dustare krupaya pare pahi murare. Those who cry in front of Bhagwan, Bhagwan doesn't listen to them. He told me. See, go before the Lord with cheer, happiness. If we are the devotee of Bhagwan Krishna, he is so smiling, cheerful always. We must have matching, is it not? If your God is happy, why you should be miserable? See, friends. But when we go in front of the Lord and constantly, "Oh Lord, please help me," as if He is troubling us or what? We are so ungrateful. See, Every moment we are in His care. Every breath we breathe because of His grace. But because He is all the time available, we don't even recognize His presence. And that ungratefulness makes us miserable. Friends, when you think of something good, you will feel good. If you are thinking about God, you can never feel miserable. And if you are feeling miserable, you are not thinking about God. See, therefore don't go on crying. And many people have this funny notion, particularly old people. In one school, one teacher asked me this question. I was talking to students. And I was addressing the students. So only students can ask the question. Elderly teachers or anybody cannot ask any question. Even if you ask, I will not answer. Again, in spite of clear instruction, one elderly gentleman got up. Swamiji, I got a question. I said, I am sorry, I am not going to entertain your question. He became very angry, went out. After the whole function, I went to the principal's room and I told, sir, call that teacher. He got very angry with me. The teacher came. I said, sir, I extend profuse apologies for not answering your question because it was a wrong question in a wrong place. He was already boiling inside. He said, how do you know what was my question? You did not even allow me to talk. You insulted me before all the students. I said, sir, your question was, what happens after death? How do you know? That was my question. I said, from your face, you are not living. You are standing in a queue. Then I said, now I answer your question. When you die, tell me you are a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian. Of course I am a Hindu. I said, we will burn you. He said, no. He thought I am going to burn him alive or what? Then I said, if you die, there will be a holiday for the school. But don't die on Sunday. Waste one holiday. No, not that way. Then what will happen to my soul after I die? I said, look here, when you are alive, nothing has happened. After death also nothing will happen. But all the time, the same funny thing. Last life, this life, next life. The purpose, the moral of the story we don't understand. This principle of reincarnation is told for us to understand something which we don't understand. For example, before coming to Bethlehem, I was in New Jersey. When I left New Jersey, I am alive. New Jersey is dead for me. Before coming to New Jersey, I was in New York. So when I left New York, I am still alive. New York is dead for me. Before coming to New York, I was in San Jose. So when I left San Jose, then San Jose is dead for me. I am still alive. Is it not? When the childhood died, I am still there. The teenage died, I am still there. The middle age died, I am still there. The old age belonging to the body will also die, and you cannot die. And yet, all the time, the same thing. What happens after death? Remove that wrong notion. Nobody has ever experienced death. Death is an illusion. Then why this topic is brought in the scriptures? To quieten our foolishness. We ask questions. Why my wife is so terrible, other people's wife is so nice? Why it is happening, Maharaj? So the teacher has to tell something. He says, look here, in the last life you have tortured her. Therefore, in this life, she has come again as your wife because she was observing Karwa Chauth. Now, if you don't behave properly with her, again in the next life she will be your wife. Then behave properly. See, now in the last life, this body was not there, but you were there. Yes, that is why you did good or bad. In this body, you are there. Without you, the body cannot function. Yes, and when the body dies, you will suffer. The body will not suffer. You will suffer. Who is someone other than the body? To bring to our notice that we are embodied and we are not the body. Then the question comes, if I am other than the body, then who am I? When this step is taken, then the real spiritual life begins. Before that, it is only hospitalization, nothing else. Therefore, you will see in hospitals, lot of crowds and nobody is invited in the hospital. We reach ourselves. In the holy places, too many people are going because they want to fulfill their desires. For the contemplative talks like ours is like a gym. In the gym, healthy people go for maintaining their health status. And what is the unhealthy condition? Unhealthy condition is wrong thinking. Correct your thinking. All problems get dissolved. It is for this purpose these topics are brought in our scriptures. Last life, this life, nothing has happened, nothing will happen. Ratyacharpata virachita kantaha, punya punya vivarjita pantaha, yogi yoga niyojita chittaha, ramate balonmattava deva. Lesser the possessions we have, happier we are. More the possessions, more miserable we are. See, friends, Ratyacharpata virachita kantaha doesn't mean you have to put on the torn clothes like these days the fashion is. Very nice, beautiful girls will be putting on all torn pants here and there. The poverty of the East has become the fashion of the West. See, that is not dispassion. So, the teacher says, lesser the possessions you have, happier you are. Follow this principle. Empty, empty, empty everything. And the most important thing to empty is your past. This also I told you clearly. If we are told some complicated thing to do the yajna, make the fire and put the ahuti, this will cost so much, that we will do it. But if we are told a simple thing, don't talk about your past, we will never do that. Keep on repeating the same thing. Not realizing nobody is interested in our past. About this, I'll give you one example. Observe this next time. When few people are there, let us take mothers. Now, who are the mothers? They'll be talking about their small children or grandchildren. So, one lady talks about her grandchild. Oh, my grandchild is so intelligent, ask question, this thing, that thing. Now, she is lost with their grandchild. The other lady, do you think she will keep quiet? She will plug her mouth. This is nothing. My grandson. And when that second grandmother start talking something, the third lady, she will throttle her. Nothing. My granddaughter, who is interested in us or our possessions. Observe this. Anything you take. I was coming and one bicycle fellow, I don't know what happened to him, but he just slipped and hit the tree and poor fellow got hurt. This story is told, it's over. The other person will keep quiet. Nothing. When I was coming, one motorcycle fellow came and he dashed a car and he was just thrown in the air. Oh God, it was so terrible. The third person, there is nothing. I saw one 18-wheeler came and crushed one car. The fourth one is nothing. I saw a train coming and towing the car away on the track. It was so tragic accident. The fifth will say, there is nothing. Aeroplane came and entered somebody's house. Are you competing with the accidents or what? Is it necessary to tell? Be attentive. Where I is not involved, we are not interested. And when we are not interested in I, we will not be interested in anything. See, I am seeing this person. If I had to see the other person, I had to drop him from my vision, then I can see him. Be attentive. If I have to see the space, what I had to do? I had to only drop. I don't have to do anything to see the space, because space is everywhere. In the same manner, when we drop this I, the divine manifests. See, this is what is called as the spiritual practice. Then, kastvam koham kutamaya kame janani kome tataha iti paribhavaya sarvamasaram vishvam tyaktva sapna vicharam bhaja govindam bhaja govindam. Let's find out. Who are we? Where from we have come? What is our position? What is this world? Iti paribhavaya. Inquire about this. And this inquiry can take place only if we have technically accepted, theoretically in our mind, if I am someone other than the body, then who am I? Now start working on this. All the differences are because of the body. And when we accept ourselves to be someone other than the body, whole vision changes. And the change in the vision is mind dissolves. I told you, mind cannot survive without sounds and without shapes. And when the mind dissolves, there is only happiness. See? Now, yesterday we did the example. Mind is name and form. Remove the name and the form, mind disappears. Take any sound, take any word. They are many. Words are many, words are created, words end. And therefore a sequence is formed. Ram, 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 mind is alive. Now expose the mind to the silence, absence of sounds. Ram. The mind dissolves. When the mind dissolves, we continue to exist. We don't disappear. See, friends. Therefore, find out, who are we? The day this becomes the theme of our contemplation, without any effort, we will start living in utter present. The one who is in utter present is always happy. Because there is no struggle. Remaining in the present is our natural state. Going in the past and the future is unnatural. It is not real. Take an example. Suppose I ask you, 298 days before at 12:30 in the afternoon, what did you eat? Start struggling. 298 days mean no. Then I ask another question. After 69 days at 6 o'clock, where will you be? Again struggle will start. And now, wherever you are, whatever you are, find out. No struggle. What we'll do? We'll drop the past, we'll drop the future. When past and the futures are dropped, there is only present. Present without the past and the future is presence. That is what we are. Kastvam koham kutamayataha kame janani kome tataha. Parents give us the body. Embodied is not created by parents. The same couple have 4 children. Eldest child is studious, contemplative, dispassionate. Second child is a politician. The third child is a business person. Fourth child is a government servant. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Out of the same couple, 4 fellows have come out. Physically, they will look alike. But individually, they are totally different. Because bodies we create, the embodied is not created by parents. Who is this embodied? See, friends, like we have no choice about our parents, we also don't have choice about our children. But we get so much carried away and burdened by these things that we suffer throughout life. Therefore, iti paribhavaya sarvam asaram vishvam tyaktva swapna vicharam. In the deep sleep, who are we? Man, woman, young, old, rich, poor, husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister, who are we? And yet we are. And this experience, we have to have only once in lifetime. Then there is no question of forgetting it. Because this is not learned through mind. This experience is trans-mind experience. Like we don't learn swimming twice. We don't learn riding a bicycle twice. Only once we learn, we never forget it. Exactly the same way. Only one day by God's grace, it clicks. Sthitva syam antakalepi brahma nirvana mrichyati. Bhagavan says in Gita, even the last moment of your life, just it clicks. Be attentive. As the time of departure from the body comes, all our efforts become meaningless. We have no freedom for putting efforts. That time, what can happen is only which is happening by default. And therefore, whole life, if we keep on chanting Lord's name, then at the time of death also, the Lord's name will be ringing in our mind, and thus there is no question of again suffering in this world. Because the last thought gives the blueprint for the next life. In this manner, Vishwam Tyaktva Sapna Vicharam. Don't give too much importance to this world. This world has always been like this. Tvai mai chanyatra Vishnu vyartham kyupyasi mayya saishnu bhavasamachitta sarvatraptam vanchasi achirajyadi Vishnutvam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam. When we are told, see God in everything and being, we become angry. Do you think God is in those dirty people also? It is something like this. We are told the same electricity is expressing as light in the temple illuminating the idol of God. The same electricity is expressing as light in a bulb illuminating the commode. Is it that the holy electricity is illuminating the temple and the unholy electricity is illuminating the toilet? No. In the same manner, behind the total expression of life, there is but one reality. And therefore, one has to be in tune with that. And when we are in tune with that, life will be expressed in four ways. Number one, elders respect. Contemporaries be friendly. Youngsters be forgiving. And criminal members of the society be indifferent. We are not here to improve the world. That is the job of the government. Don't get into government's job. Remain indifferent. The net result will be our mind should not be contaminated by any running thought in the mind. If you really want to attain freedom, therefore vanchasi yadi achirad vishnutvam. If you really want liberation from this stupid I, this is the way. Shatrau mitre putre bandhau ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau sarvasminnapi pashyatmanam sarvatru sruja bheda jnanam Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Live in this world in such a manner that don't create friends and enemies. Be at home with everyone. But in that, we don't have to be either friend or enemy. Don't create it. Our life should be like the waters. Put it in a petri dish, water is comfortable. Put it in a test tube, water is comfortable. Put it in a capillary tube, water is comfortable. When we are at home, in every place, with everyone, under all conditions, then only we are at home with ourselves. A person who is at war with himself cannot be at home with the whole world. Therefore, we have to be at peace with ourselves, and this is the only way. Continuing further, the teacher says, Kamam krodham lobham moham tyaktvatmanam pashyatitoham atmajnana vihina mudha te pachante narakanigudha bhaja govindam. What makes us miserable in life is kama, the desire, krodha, the anger, lobha is the greed, moha is the delusion. See, tyaktva, give them up. Enough of this. See, in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Trividham narakassedam dvaram nashanam atmanaha kama krodhastatha lobha tasmad etatrayam tyajet. Desire, anger and greed. These are the three gateways to hell. In one school, I was talking to children. One child asked a question. Kamini, why there are three gateways to hell and how many are there for the heaven? So I told, because there is a lot of rush in the hell, therefore three counters. Like when you go to your security or check-in counters, economy, lot of rush. First class, hardly anybody. In the same manner, going to heaven, hardly anybody. Majority are going to hell. Therefore, three counters. See? These three are the biggest enemy in our life. See, friends. And see how beautiful it is. Desire can end up in two ways. Either desire is not fulfilled or desire is fulfilled. When desire is not fulfilled, unfulfilled desire expresses as anger. And if the desire is fulfilled, fulfilled desire expresses as greed. And whenever there is anger or greed, we lose the balance of our life. And then erratic behavior begins. Therefore, tyaktva, give it up completely. But atmajnana vihina mudha. But those who have not understood this basic principle of spiritual life, they are the fools majority. Te pachante naraka nigudha. They are living in hell all the time. In Vrindavan, I was staying somewhere, and we were all sitting together, about a dozen or two people. One gentleman came from nowhere, I didn't know who he was. Just pushing everybody, excuse me, landed on my feet. And he said, Maharaj, I don't want to go to hell, please help me. I don't want to go to hell, please help me. I said, look here, it is optional, don't go. Why are you worried? No, you don't know, I have done every kind of sin. What sin I have not committed? But now I don't want to go to hell, please help me. I said, look here, I am giving you a promise, you will not go to hell. He said, after doing so many sins, I am not going to go to hell. I said, yes, you will not go. Why? Where are you now? You can go to hell if you are not in the hell. See, friends, a person who is not at peace with himself or herself is already in hell. Hell or heaven is not a place. Technical terms, Swarga Loka. Loka means experience. In Kathopanishad, heaven is defined. Swarge loke na bhayam kinchanasti, na tatra tvam na jaraya viveti, ubhe tirtva ashanaya pipase, shokatigo modate swarga loke. What is the meaning of heaven? Heaven is that experience where fear on account of the 6 factors doesn't exist. Fearless existence is heaven. First fear is about the body, old age and death. Second fear is about the prana, hunger and thirst. Third fear is about the mind, grief and delusion. Where the 6 fears do not exist, that fearless experience is living in heaven. See, in the same manner, functioning under the burden of desire, anger, greed, frustration, achievement is hell. We don't have to go to hell. Therefore, Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram Dheyam Sripati Rupamajasram Neyam Sajjana Sange Chittam Deyam Dina Janaya Chavittam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam. So what is to be done? To remove the desire problem from our mind, focus your attention on something higher in life. Whenever we seek something higher, lower things automatically drop. In one institution in India, BITS Pilani, there the genius students only get admission, not ordinary student. And there was one yoga teacher. He knows me probably. So he came and met me. And he said, Swamiji, please help me. I said, I don't give money to anybody. He said, no, not that way. Here all facilities are available. Games, the yoga, the Olympic side, swimming pool. But here the students are not interested in anything. And I feel I am getting bored here. Why the students are like this? I say, look here all the students who come, they come here with career-oriented lifestyle. You want those who are physically wanting to do the things, go to Patiala. And there, they will be all the time busy lifting the weight and putting it down, lifting and putting it down. Keep running for nowhere to reach. Those who are physically oriented, they are not intelligent. All the time, physics. Come out of it. As here, the students are having goal. In the first years, Only they are placed by the different companies all over the world. That is the quality. Therefore, they naturally withdraw from the gross entertainment. Therefore, Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram, when we have something higher, all the desires will disappear. One technique I'll tell you. Begin your day early in the morning, unless you finish your morning ABCD, your prayer, your japa, your chanting, you are not going to take a cup of tea. Make it a rule. But here, then Swamiji will have to remain hungry throughout life because we don't take bath at all. We take bath only while going to sleep. See, friends, when you take bath early in the morning, all your laziness disappears. You become fresh, cheerful. And with that mode, you can achieve something higher. Then, Neyam Sajjana Sange Chittam. Keep company of those who are contemplative. If we are in a company of the wrong people, we get influenced by them. Don't give yourself any opportunity. Be attentive. When our clothes are already dirty, we don't care for where we are sitting. But when our clothes are clean, spick and span, not even this much of dirt anywhere, if a car goes near us, that emission will create spots on our cloth. Because they are very clean. Clothes is very clean. Exactly the same way. When we become purer and purer, influence of the bad elements becomes very conspicuous. Protect yourself from the world. Don't worry about the world. Protect yourself. Then, Deyam Dina Janai Jaivitam. Whatever you have, if you want to share, share. And don't make a big issue out of it. See, many times we get carried away by this funny thing called as charity. In Punjabi there is a saying. They say, Neki kar kuei mein dal. Means, do good and forget. On one auto rickshaw in Delhi, it was written, Neki kar jute kha. First line. Second line, maine khaye tu bhi kha. See, I tell you how it happens. One day, I was in Mahabaleshwar and some Amma has given me a shawl, beautiful shawl like this. So we are going for a walk, that time she gave me. It was a little cool, chill all around. And it was on my shoulder, which I did not bring myself. We went, sat somewhere on the grass. I put it, spread it, we sat on that. When we were going, I went and forgot the shawl. That Amma lifted it. And she said, Swamiji, why you have left the shawl there? I said, whose is this? Yes, Swamiji, I gave you. Then whose is it? It is mine. Yes. I will do anything. See? My shawl I gave you. Where did you give? You are still holding on to that. See, friends. Therefore, our goodness, if we do something, be clear, nobody needs our charity in this world. The world is running on God's will, not our charity. Then the Lord alone inspires somebody. See, there was a great Mahatma in India. He was a guru of Shivaji Maharaj. In his writing, he writes, Ami kaya kuna che khato re to Rama mala deto re. He says, the difference between the beggars and the Mahatmas. Beggars beg food, oh Lord, oh please give, and they are pathetic and miserable. And the Mahatmas, they know, nobody feeds them. It is the Lord's will, which is expressing through the different people, and it is the Lord who is feeding them. Therefore, they don't have that kind of frustration, oh God, will I get food or not? No. This attitude will change our whole life. Thereafter, सुखते क्रियते रामा भोगा पश्चादंत शरीरे रोगा यद्यपि लोके मरणम शरणम तदपि न मुंचति पापाचरणम. Our whole life we have spent in a terrible way, and now we imagine that we should get something good. Be prepared. Unless you are ready to drop everything, doesn't matter what you have done in your past. Be attentive. One simple spiritual practice from this moment onwards. If we delete our total past, you are reborn as a seeker of truth. Don't bother about anything good or bad that has happened. And that can go only one way. Don't talk about your past. Because past belongs to the body, not to you. You are always present. See, friends, Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Sadhurevasya mantavyaha samyak vivasito hi saha. He who has taken a firm resolution from now onwards, no more past. And to stop that habit, there is a technique. The technique is, before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself, is it necessary to talk? Is somebody interested in our life? Oldies like me, they don't understand. Nobody is interested in our past. People are concerned about their future. Now, old person like me, what future I have got? My destination, GPS is already punched. I know where my vehicle is going. See? To the grave. I know. What is there to think about? Therefore, friends, let us make a firm resolution. No more bringing the past. Be attentive. The one who doesn't talk about past will never be worried about future. Like a small child has hardly any past, and therefore the child is not worried. Because past and future, they are collaterals. And it is a freedom for us. Therefore, whenever we go so many places, the same thing. Swamiji, please tell, when were you born? Who is your mother? Who is your father? How does it matter? See? One lady asked me this question. Swamiji, I am benefited because of your talks. I want to know, where are you from? Where did you study? What did you study? I said, Mama, why you want to know? No, you have to tell me, please. I will not leave you. I said, okay, note down. When I was in jail, because of over drinking, and I have killed 3 people. Swamiji, what are you telling? I said, I am telling you the truth. No, it cannot be. I said, why it cannot be? You want to hear from me whatever is suitable for you. Kabirji Maharaj says, Jatana puchiye sadhu ki, don't ask about the past. Puch lijiye gyan, मोल करो तलवार का पड़ी रहने दो man. Don't bother about the coverings. See what is covered. Don't go into the unwanted past. See? In this manner, when we start living, then all the good or bad we have done is over. Again, in the 4th chapter, Bhagavan says, Api chedasi papebhya sarvebhya papakruttamaha. Even if you have acquired a doctorate in committing sins, Api chedasi papebhya sarvebhya papakruttamaha, superlative degree. Sarvam jnana pravenaiva vrijinam santarishasi. With this knowledge, all will be taken care of. Come to discover yourself. Don't talk about last life, going to hell, going to heaven. No. Now and here. To be now and here, you don't require any efforts. Effortlessness is health. Wherever there are efforts, it is not health. Like those who are hard of hearing, they have to put lot of efforts and then they get tired. They get frustrated. And those who are hearing normally, they don't get tired. Exactly. Those who are tired of their life, they were leading unhealthy life. See, relax. There is nothing to be achieved. There is nothing to be protected. Naked we came, naked we go. In between, put on the various costumes, play the game of life. Act on the stage of life. But no, after the game, the drama is over, change your costume and back to your own divine self. See, friends. Therefore, yadyapi loke maranam sharanam. Although we all know this is going to remain here, tadapi na munchati papa charanam, yet we keep on engaging ourselves in these useless things. Artham anartham bhavaya nityam nasti tadassukhalesha satyam putradapi dhana bhajam bhiti sarvatra isha vihitariti bhaja govindam bhaja govindam. Money, 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 money. How much money? There was the last Mughal king of India, Bahadur Shah Jafar. When he died, he was not given a place for burial. He was thrown in the Burma, the present Manyar. What will you do with that? But how much money, money, money? This money mania doesn't allow us to live happily all the time. There was one man on the deathbed, very rich, filthy rich. So the children were discussing, and he was still not dead, but he was going to die. So the children were discussing, we should take our dad in a helicopter. He is such a rich man of the society. Others say, but other won't be able to see. We should take him in a limousine. No, but there also we can't see. Then why not we get a huge military truck and decorate it for millions of dollars and carry him to the cremation? And that old man on the deathbed, he was listening. He said, my dear children, don't waste money. I will walk down to the cremation. Money, money, money. What will you do with that money? Friend, artham anartham bhavaya nityam. Earning money is difficult. Keeping the money away from the government taxes is more difficult. And the worst is when you have to part away with the money. It's the most pathetic experience. See? And yet our whole life goes only nothing else but money. Therefore, Bhagavan says, now focus attention on yourself. Pranayamam pratyaharam nitya nitya viveka vicharam japya sameta samadhi vidhanam kurvavadhanam mahadavadhanam. Avadhanam means remain in awareness. Let us not lead a mechanical default life. Get up with great difficulty, frustrated, oh God. No. Bump out of your bed happily, cheerfully, and come out with a view to make at least one person happy in this world. See? We drag through life. don't justify you being miserable. Don't try to prove anything to anybody in this world. Be yourself, cheerful and happy. So, pranayamam pratyaharam, let the life be properly disciplined, withdraw yourself, then discriminate between real and unreal, then do japa, do meditation, spend some time with yourself. We must have an appointment with ourselves every day. We have appointment with the whole world, not with ourselves. In this manner, Guru Charanam Mudya Nirvara Bhakta Samsara Chirat Bhavamukta Sendriya Manasa Niyama Deva Pashyasi Nija Hridayastham Devam Bhaja Govindam. Therefore, such a seeker, devoted to the Guru, and be attentive. Guru, don't keep him outside in a frame. Guru is our own experience. Learn from every experience of life. See? And in this manner, control life, and thereafter you will come to discover that what we were seeking outside is our own essential nature. Like many times it happens, our glasses are kept on the top. By many people they keep on the top. Maybe they are seeing the heavens or what. And then they forget where are the glasses. And when they get frustrated, they hit their own head with their hand. Oh God, I don't know where I kept it. Oh, I got it. They were never lost. In the same manner, where are we seeking? What we are seeking is our essential nature. Therefore, self-discovery, not self-seeking. Whatever is discovered is already existing. You are divine. Discover and be happy. Now you all have heard this thing. You have lost your right to be miserable. If anybody asks you, how are you? Fire. I am on the top of the world. But word should carry the meaning also. Hey, how are you? I am on the top of the world. No. We should mean that. Word should carry the meaning. And it is free. You don't require anything outside. Discover and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.